program is our dedicated support program for students who qualify based on special populations. So our students who qualify as homeless, foster, former foster, migrant education students, and our juvenile justice population. Because we're a really small school district, it didn't make sense for us to have different support programs for each of these student groups. And we also found that some students would qualify as both homeless and then later in the year qualify as foster, or might be involved with juvenile justice, and then maybe later they have housing insecurity. And so it made sense for us to make one big support program to serve all of these students and their special needs.
I first came here at the beginning of, last school semester. And that was kind of a big thing because my mom recently passed away. That was the reason why I moved here. And I was just going through kind of a lot at that point. I feel like the program has really helped my life. And I can only speak for myself, but it's probably helped a bunch of other people as well. And I never really had a program like that at least I've been a part in at any of my other schools.
Well, right now we do have a dedicated school counselor for the Safe Harbor program, which is really important because the students within the Safe Harbor program may have unique needs or specific details that we need to make sure that we are looking over so that the students are successful on our campus. And that may be that their graduation requirements are different, or they may need some extra resources on campus or off campus that we can help support them with that. It's about making sure that there's equity on our campus for them. And it's about making sure that these students have the support that they need so that they can have access to as many of the same things as any other student on campus.
Because we have our students in our Safe Harbor program, we give them a program code in our student information system when they enroll. And that allows us to track students and their educational outcomes at school. That's been really important as the program grows. We found that the more we started looking for students that qualified as homeless, the more that we found. So we were able to really dive into our data to make sure that our students are attending school regularly, are performing as we would hope they are, and if they aren't, and then we make sure that they can get referred to the correct programs. That has just been really helpful in order to ensure their success.
Have an opportunity to talk to the families when I request documentation to complete enrollment, and have an opportunity to ask them what brings them to the area, where they're living, etc. So sometimes I get those clues via conversation, and also relate them to Mrs. Lund, who then further looks into it and see if they do qualify or if it's for other reasons that they live with a family member, if that's the case.
Well, our community is pretty interesting. Wheatland has grown significantly over the past, well, I'll give you an example. When I got here in 2018, we were basically at about 760 or 70 students. And we've grown from that number to this year, we're a little over 1,100. And we will probably be closer to 1,200 in next year or the year after. We've also, not only has our homelessness population grown, but our free and reduced lunch count has grown. I don't necessarily think that that's anything new. I think it's because we've done more at targeting students and identifying them. We've made a concerted effort going out and making phone calls, making home visits, and ensuring that we're identifying as many kids so we can make sure that we're giving students the services that we know that they need.
Because we have a community school here on campus, we have really transformed our school site into a hub of social services for the greater community. As part of that, we have a variety of programs that our Safe Harbor students are able to access here, which really reduces some barriers for them being able to get the support they need.
So my favorite part of my day is working with the students, checking in with them, seeing how they're doing, making sure all their basic needs are met, but then also bringing to them opportunities for after high school. Sometimes they don't think those opportunities are for them, and then once we show them what is available, it sort of inspires them to consider things they've never considered before.
So So Harmony Health is on campus once a week, and it's here because we are in such a rural location. It helps our community members be able to get access to any services that they need, any medical services that they need, and that is open to our community. It's not just our students, and it's not just the families of our students. So anybody that has the ability to make it out to campus can receive those services as long as they bring their medical information with them.
We also offer parenting support here on campus for all of our families that are in Safe Harbor, referrals to outside agencies. We recognize students for their birthdays, which is a really big piece. We do a monthly breakfast for all of our students. It's during first period, so they don't have to come to school outside of hours. They get to school and they have a monthly special breakfast that is put on by our chef on campus. We close down our cafeteria, we make it this big event, and so they can start their day off as having a chance not only to get a hearty meal, but also connect with other students who might be in similar life circumstances. Monthly breakfast is also our opportunity to be able to do a survey of our students once a month. It's another opportunity to collect data on what our students need. And then transportation is a huge component. Because we are a rural small district, our students already have to travel quite a bit in order to get to school. And we have found that being able to have a fleet of vans that can go pick up our students that are qualify for homelessness, that can help improve them getting to school on time, can improve their overall attendance, improve their academic outcomes, and overall just make them feel a lot more connected to school.
My experience transporting the students from and to school, it's been great getting to know them in a personal level. They're great kids. I think that one of the things is building trust, building communications with the youth, and also with their parents or guardians.
This school is very supportive of the Safe Harbor students and their role in trying to make those kids feel comfortable here and getting them to where they need to be academically, and to be safe where they're at. They take great pride in the students here.
En lo personal, siento que el programa de Safe Harbor me ha ayudado a integrarme con la comunidad estudiantil, porque al ser mi primer año, supongamos, en high school en Estados Unidos, he tenido el sentimiento de sentirme ajena a la comunidad americana por ser mexicana. Entonces estar aquí me hace sentir más acogida, porque veo que muchas personas tienen el interés de acercarse a mí o preguntarme cómo estoy.
We found that was the most important part of our Safe Harbor program, of just having that chance to connect with peers and not feeling alone with what they were going through. I think oftentimes homelessness or being involved in juvenile justice or involved as a migrant education student, that can feel really lonely. You can feel like you're the only one going through that. And so that was a really key component for us. We have so many students that are just amazing with how resilient that they have been. And it is an honor to be able to support them throughout this program.